Good day to all of us. My name is Biberly Para Jersalia. For today's discussion, we will discuss the Chapter 5, Lesson 1 and 2. For our Lesson 1, Understanding Classroom Management. And for our Lesson 2 is the importance of classroom management. So before we start our discussion for today's, I want all of you to stand up and put our presents to the Holy Spirit.
Good morning, Lord. Today's a new day. A chance for a new start. Yesterday is gone. And with it, any regrets, mistakes, or failures I may have experienced. It's a good day to be glad and give thanks. And I do, Lord. Thank you for today. A new opportunity to love, give, and be all that you want me to be. Today I want to start the day with you on my mind and in my heart. As I dress, let me wear the armor you've provided daily. The helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the belt of truth, the shoes of peace, and the sword of the Spirit. With prayer on my tongue, praise for you, and petitions for those around me and those I meet. Feed me today with your daily bread, as the bread of life. Your food, like manna, will sustain me throughout any trials and hungers. Help me to set my thoughts on things above, and to speak only what will help and encourage others. Keep me from putting my foot in my mouth, and help me guard the affections of my heart today, Lord. Make whatever work I do be marked with excellence rather than perfectionism. As I seek not to make a name, but to make a difference. Help me to treat each person I encounter as you would, with respect and love, forgiving others and asking for forgiveness myself when needed. As I start this day, help me remember that I belong to you, and my desire is to act accordingly. Keep my feet from stumbling, and my mind from wandering into distractions that could steal precious time and energy from the most important things you have designed for me. I'm proud to be your child, Lord. And I'm so grateful that you died for me, rising again so that every day could be filled with the wonder of your love, the freedom of your spirit, and the joy of knowing you. I know earthly life is short and fleeting, Lord. But I want to live today as if it were the first or the last day of my life, giving thanks for every good and perfect gift you choose to give today and every day. I want to live my life for you, Jesus. In your precious name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. So, for your attendance, I want all of you to comment your name and your favorite number in our comment section. And I will give you 5 minutes for your attendance. And you may now start. proceed to our discussion, I have here question and you will answer it within 5 minutes. So, the question is, what are the 5 words that you think when you hear the word management? teamwork, cooperation. You are all amazing. So now, let's proceed to our discussion. So, Lesson 1, Understanding Classroom Management. Classroom management refers to the strategies used by the teacher in order to make sure that the students will able to learn well. So, this includes the techniques, skills used by the teachers to ensure that the students exhibit behavior that promote learning. So, teachers manage the classroom with the ultimate goal of avoiding distraction. So, there are 4 theories on classroom management. So, these are the behaviorism theory and learner-directed learning and the assertive discipline, according to Simpson 2015. So in behaviorism, or Skinner's model focuses on ensuring that the students are guided by rules. So teachers who adopt this model make sure that their students will follow the rules. Reinforcement is used to ensure that the students will follow the classroom rules. If the students follow good behavior, is recognized through praise or other form of reward. If the student misbehave or do not follow rules, the behavior neither ignore or punish. So next in our the choice theory or the Glasser model values the importance of making students understand the reasons behind their behavior so that they can make responsible choices. Teachers who use this approach see themselves as facilitators in guiding students make the right decision. They ensure that the activities, curriculum, and the learner's environment will be able to address the needs of the students. Classroom rules are still very essential to regulate behavior. However, teachers who use this model ensure students to reflect and discuss their actions and improve their behavior if rules have been not followed. So, in our last, here is the learner-directed learning or Jones model state that the role of the teacher is to help students to develop self-control. As facilitators, teachers empower students to be responsible for their own decision. So through approach, gestures, a system of incentive and guidance, teachers help students manage their own behavior, according to Simpson 2015. So we have here 5 principles of classroom management. First, we have take care of yourself to take care of your students. To learn effectively, your student need a healthy you. So we must get enough sleep, eat healthy foods, and do some exercises, physical exercises, mentally exercises, so that we are physically fit for our students. So next, we have focus on building relationship. It is the theme that we hear the most, the building healthy student and teacher relationship is the essential to a driven classroom culture, and even it sets the stage for academic success. And if you and your students are close and have a good relationship, there is nothing hard things or rough events happen in your classroom. So third, we have set rules, boundaries, and expectation. Do it early. So even though you and your students have good term in classroom, as educator, you must know your boundaries and your limitation. And always remember our code of ethics. So fourth, we have take a strength-based approach. In a long back of 4 about classroom management practice, it might have been the most memorable quote, and it is the find ways to make your hardest kid your favorite kid, according to Haren. When you connect with them, it makes everything smoother as a teacher. So we must approach everyone, even though they are different to handle, we must approach them according to their needs. So in our last principle, the involvement, parents and guardians. So never forget that every children or every student is someone's child. So parents or guardian want to hear and or want to see the goodness in their children. So a positive connection with a home can help in the classroom. So if the students have positive environment in their home, so it will spread positive vibes in classroom. So for our lesson 2, the importance of classroom management. The classroom management is important because it maximizes students' learning. The significance of students' management or classroom management in students' learning has been proved in the study of Marzano. So Marzano and Pickering in 2003 instead of the study, the achievement of students increased when teachers are able to implement effective classroom management strategies. And also, it can be attributed to the fact that the students can learn better when they are in an environment when they can focus and feel more at ease. The reason why the classroom management is important. First, we have even low-level behavioral issue can compromise learning. So classroom management isn't just reserved for the catastrophe outburst of entire class. So next is it's an equally important skill for dealing with the small stuff. So the off-topic chatter and the murmurs during instructional and the students who think that they are getting away with a discreet gaming session on their laptop. So because this low-level issue might not pose or threat to overall order, they are almost certainly take away from learning. And the learning is the number one thing that the classroom management is designed to preserve. So next is the activity don't run themselves. So classroom are being embrace student-centered learning strategies, activities, and let students learn independently in hands-on and innovative ways. But this activity just don't happen without carefully classroom management. In fact, the more collaborative they are, and there are some required strategies like giving clear instructions, scaffolding tasks with regular check of understanding, consistent monitoring while students work independently, appropriate pacing learning activities, intervening when signs are confused or misunderstanding are noticed. And without these strategies, even the most careful planned activities carried out the most well-behaved class can quickly become confusing mess, and it's the behavioral problem will start to the surface. So classroom management creates a safe and healthy class culture. So the goal of classroom management isn't just run a successful lesson. It's to create a safety and healthy learning environment. So this means the most classroom management strategies have very little to do with behavior. Instead, they are actions designed to make students feel comfortable and respected. It can be simple as greet students to the door, using names, lightening the mood with humors, opening up and sharing appropriate lessons anecdotes. So if you do these things regularly, you don't have to deal with the challenging behavior half as of. So students will come to see your class as positive space where they can get comfortable and safe learning. So classroom management strategies prepared you for when things do not go to the plan. So sometimes your best laid lesson plan will go out the window. It takes one technically mishap or realizations is the activity simplified, isn't work, and things come out green help. So classroom management skills allow you to get things back track by using a 2 minutes activity to keep students engaged as you fix the problem. Next, clarify instructions to minimize confusion. So change up an activity, accommodate conditions, changing group arrangements or seating plans to ensure students work together productively. Last is that effective classroom manners are likely to burn out. So classroom management also means self-prevention. So teaching takes up a lot of energy. So if you are investing all of yours into a fight of losing each battles, when you are entering classroom, you won't last long. So, but if you are managing your classroom smoothly and patiently, teaching become a sustainable practice. Instead of collapsing a half up once you get home, your energy, you need to tackle your mark and plan tomorrow's lesson plan. So switching up at the end of the day is easier when you are not exhausted or drilling another difficult class. So you're able to take some time for yourself and truly enjoy it. And it becomes and it's the biggest secret to make teaching sustainable. So for your evaluation, here is the question, and I will give you 5 minutes to answer it, and you may now start answering. individual activity, you may submit your activity on December 3, 11:59 p.m. And your questions are here. So that's all for today's lesson. So I hope you learned from our discussion. So if you have any question, just PM me. Thank you.